Why can't Hollywood make a great versus movie? It seems like it should be the easiest thing to do in the world. And yet, time and time again, the versus movies that we get, if it has that VS in the title, they never seem to work out, do they? Going all the way back to Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, to me, the bottom of the barrel of these versus movies is Freddy vs. Jason from 2003.
Hey, asshole!
Freddy vs. Jason was a movie that I enjoyed when I saw it in the theater because I had been looking forward to it for basically my entire life. I loved Freddy, loved Jason. I never understood when I would read the behind the scenes stuff in like Fangoria. Oh, we can't figure it out. How do, these are two completely contrasting characters and we don't know how to do this. And I would always think, really? You don't know how to do this? They're not terribly complex characters, especially Jason. Make up a story that combines what these two do best, killing teenagers. This was directed by Ronnie Yu, who had previously done Bride of Chucky. Why they thought he was a good fit for this, I don't know. He wasn't. This is a really bad movie. Like, this is down there with, like, Nightmare on Elm Street 2 or Freddy's Dead in terms of the Nightmare on Elm Street projects. The missteps throughout, first and foremost, where the hell was Kane Hodder? The whole point of this is to have the clash of these two icons. First thing you do is you secure Robert Englund and Kane Hodder. And they got half that wrong. Kane Hodder brought a physicality to Jason that this guy can't match. This guy's a plank of wood. He doesn't have that rage. Kane Hodder's chest would just heave in and out. And you could tell by the way he stood and the way he walked that he was just seething with anger. This guy's he's just there in a hockey mask. That's it. Robert Englund is good as Freddy. I mean, he's always good as Freddy. Even in the bad Freddy movies, he's good. But he's a little bit old at this point. The flashback in the very beginning is actually the most interesting part of the movie to me. And I kind of wanted to see that movie instead. The plot is that Freddy's been dead now for 12 years. He's lost all of his powers. And he needs somebody else to put the fear back in so that he can come back and start killing these teenagers on Elm Street, who are the most forgettable lot of teenagers I think I've ever seen in these movies. I say teenagers. These people are pushing 30 easily. The lead actress in the movie, there is no teenage girl in the world that looks like her. They got one of the singers from Destiny Child. She's terrible in it. John Ritter's son is in it. He's terrible. They're all awful in this movie. You can't blame them because, first of all, they're miscast. They're clearly not teenagers. And the writing is awful.
How sweet. Dark meat.
You've got one character who acts like Jason Mewes from the Kevin Smith movies. He's Jay. And I'm watching it and I'm thinking, why? Why are they having him do this? This is really stupid. The only redeeming thing about it is getting to see Freddy and Jason together on the big screen, which is always the redeeming thing about these versus movies. You can go, okay, it's cool when the alien fights the Predator. It's cool when Kong fights Godzilla. It's cool when Batman fights Superman. But the rest of the movie is just there in service of that battle. And everything around it isn't interesting. And that to me is the problem with these versus movies that I never, ever, ever understand why they can't just figure out, oh, we have to have a compelling plot. We can't just hang it on the title. And that's all they ever do is just hang it on that title. 1.5 stars for Freddy vs. Jason. It is a movie that I have revisited several times because it is Freddy versus Jason. If it wasn't for that, it would just be one of those bad Elm Street or Friday the 13th movies. It's disappointing to say, but this is just a terrible movie.